Hi guys, this is Ms. Hong. Today is April 29th, Wednesday. So, how was your benchmark? I didn't create it yet, so probably you will get the score by this Friday. And yesterday's ECR, actually, I didn't cover that much about the DCR, but I just want to know how much you could do. So definitely we will go over the problems, so don't worry about it. Okay, and today we will continue factoring quadratics. So before the benchmark, you factor GCF, right? And actually for the GCF, if you have this kind of thing, I will show you quick examples. So when you get this kind of thing, if you know how to factor out 2, do you see it? 2, 4, 6. That's so when you look at these numbers, then you will see 2 is your common factor, or with 2 you can divide every single term. So you can factor that 2x squared plus 2x plus 3. If you can do this, you're gonna be okay. Alright? So when we have more time, I'm gonna go over the GCF factoring. But today we will do quadratic factoring. Looks like this. So ABC, we already know how to find the ABC, right? Because when we did the axis of symmetry, negative b over 2a, when we do that, we already did that ABC. So it's the same ABC, so you arrange them, combine all the numbers, then the coefficient of x squared will be a, the number in front of x, that's b, and constant, that's c. And today we will factor that one, and I wrote the condition when a is 1 and c is greater than 0. So this is only for only practice for this case. Alright, so before we start it, let's look at this one, guys. So first I have this. So we are learning factoring, but we already know how to multiply, right? So I'm gonna distribute this, then you will get x squared, and that one, that's sx, right? So sx, and this, then you know that's rx, and this, then you get rs. So we are multiplying binomials like that. And guys, look, so if I simplify this, so do you see your GCF for these two terms? Sx, Rx. X is common, right? So your x is common. So we can factor by x. This time I'm gonna write my x on the outside like that. So do you see it? So I can make it like that. So that means, because we just multiplied this one and we got that. So literally they are the same thing, right? This and that's the same thing. So you know how to do this from here to here by multiplying it. And today we will going backward. So the thing is, when you have this form, your A, B, C, you need to know how to get, we will figure out how to get this R and S. Alright? And look at this, guys. We already know this is my A here. That's my B. And that's my C. Right? So C is what? Product of RS. When you multiply RS, you will get C. And when you add this 2, you will get B. Right? So I'm going to use this facts to factor. Alright? So actually I'm going to skip this one. And then look at this one, guys. How to factor this. Step 1. Take C and make a factor table. So this is the first thing we will do. And step 2, find the pair that makes sum of B. So this one, I will show you an example, guys. So look. So this one. So I want to find the two numbers first. Alright, I want to find the two numbers. So look, I'm going to find two factors that satisfy these two conditions. Product is 36, sum is 15. Okay. So look. So first what? We make a factor table for C, right? So product, that's your C. So my C is 36. Then what do? We do the factor table. Because my product is 36. And we want to find the sum, right? Sum is what? 15. So I'm going to find two numbers that makes 15. So you already have your factor table. You can use that. Or you can make it. So let's divide 36 by all possible integers. So I'm going to start with 1. Then 1 and what? 1 times by 36. That's 36, right? So like this, I'm breaking the number, 36. So, and then what about 2? 36 divided by 2, you get 18. So those are your two factors. And then when you divide it by 3, then you get 12, right? And when you divide it by 4, you will get 9. When you divide it by 6, you will get 6. So this is my factor table. You can use your factor table that I gave you before, right? That big one, 1 through 100, right? You can just use that table, or you can create a factor table. So what do? I'm looking for two numbers that make 15. So look, guys, 1 and 36. What do you get? 1 and 36. You get 37. From here, you get 2 and 18. You get 20. 3 and 12. You get 15. Right? So we already got the answer. 15. So we're using that numbers. Right? So 3 and 12. Those two numbers makes what? Product of 36, sum of 15. So we got two numbers. So my answers for the factors, that's 3 and 12. Okay? So you're finding numbers like that. And look at this. Let me try the other question. So let me try this. 20 and 9. Then what? We need to break down 20. Right, so I'm going to break down 20. So 20. And let's make the factor table. And what we want to find? Sum of 9. Right? So I'm looking for two numbers that making 9. So 20, then that's 1, 20. 2, 10. And 3, does it work? 20 divided by 3? It's not, right? So 3 skip. And 4, and what? 20 divided by 4, then you get 5. And then when you try the next number, 20 divided by 5, then you will get 4. So 5, 4, you will get the same number. So I'm not going to write that one because that's the same thing. Okay. So, and now let's look at the pair. 1 and 20, does it not, is that 9? Nope. 2 and 10, 12, 4 and 5. Then this one makes 9, right? So that's my factors. Right? So you just write 4 and 5. Okay? And let's do this. The next one, 6 and 7. 6 and 7. So 6 and 7. Then we do the same thing. You break down 6, right? So make a factor table. 1, 6, 2, 3, right? And then see which one makes your sum of 7. That's 1 and 6, right? So you're getting numbers like that. Or you know what? You don't have to make the factor table if you can think about the number. So 6, then just in your head, you can do, 1 times by 6, 2 times by 3, and 1 plus 6 is 7. So like this, you can just do the mental math. Totally fine. And the last one, 56 and 15. So I'm going to break down 56. So 56, and I want to get sum of 15, right? So 56, 1 and 56, and 2 divided. 56 divided by 2, then 2, 2, 8, 28, right? And then what about 3? 3 does not work. And 4 works. 56 divided by 4, then you get 1 and 4, right? And 5 does not work. 6 does not work. 7 and 8, right? And you found it. Which pair makes 15? This pair make 15, right? So my factors, 7 and 8. 7 and 8, like this. Get it, guys? Get it? And then I will show you how do you factor this. So now we just find the two numbers. Actually, if you find the two numbers, you're like 95% done. All right, I'll show you. I'm gonna delete this. All notes. So 7 and 8, right? It was 7 and 8. So check this. So those are the factors. And there's other one, but this time your sum is negatives. But let me see, if the time's so tight, I'm gonna do it on the next class. All right, so I will show you how you factor this one. So look at this, guys. Factor each trinomial. So always what we start with C. So product is 36 and sum is 15. We are looking for this number. You know what? We did it already. I just used the same number. So 36 and 15, product 36, sum 15, that was 3 and 12, right? So look, once you get your two factors, right? Once you get your two factors, you just make two parentheses like that, all right? And then you split this x squared, so x and x. And your two factors were 3 and 12, right? It was 3 and 12. And you know what? Those are positive numbers. Because sum is positive, product is positive. So those two numbers must be positive. So you can just put these numbers in. Plus 3, plus 12. Then you're done. Alright? So let me show you one more. Look, we had this. Product 6, sum 7. We did it already. Product 6, sum 7. What was that? Your number was, your factors or 1 and 6, right? So we already know that's my numbers 1 and 6, right? Then how do we write it? We just have two parentheses and one for each. X plus 1, right? Because that's positive number. So think about it. If the numbers are negative, then you will put negative sign for that. X plus 6.